the second time because Tommy forgot to press record. We are back. We are back, and my camera's gone fuzzy. What is this chaos? VT is in the house. Tommy's in the house. Stu is in the house. Ah, it didn't work, Stu.
And
it didn't work.
Giles is in the house.
There it is. As if on command to show that this is just a redo. Stu's special effects have failed. We're back. Here we are. Tommy, take us away.
Yeah, you'll notice that we're already all wearing festive gear. This is my Woo sweater. Vincent is wearing a nice hat. Stu is in his Hawaiian Christmas sweater, and Giles also has a Christmas hat. And that's because we're recording this on
Christmas sweater.
Oh yeah, it's white. And we're
cable knit.
Okay.
Knit.
This is not a knitting show, Giles. We don't need to know all the details on how this is made.
Clay knit it in his spare time. I guarantee.
Is that what you wear in your Hallmark leading man roles?
These days, yeah.
The
Christmas tree farmer. We're like, hey, what are you doing on my property? Yeah.
Do you like my jumper?
Giles is getting so old, he's getting into get off my lawn territory.
Yeah, get off my lawn, kids. Get off my Christmas tree lawn, you punks.
Yep.
I got a movie to shoot.
And we're recording this on the 23rd of December. That's why we're so festive. To those who don't know Stu, Stu was the director of many of the first episodes and the 4D movie, which we are gonna be watching today.
4D movie, everybody. Only viewable at Legoland. This is an exclusive offer here. Now for only $4.99. No, I'm kidding.
No, I need the cash.
We're not kidding.
As much as we can get.
Yeah, no, for real.
Yeah.
Those flights to get you two over to star as my buddy cop kind of in Lost Canadian Cops in Budapest. It costs a lot of money because you guys want first class.
Break.
You guys want like 4-star hotels. It's just come on.
5-star.
Oh, it's gone up 1 star.
I'm good with 4.5.
Yeah.
You can put me in a 4.5. I don't need a full.
I'll take his a star. I'll do a 5.5 then.
Yeah, that works.
5.5.
Yeah.
All right.
That's extra.
It's a rarity in Budapest.
Those ones come with like a pet. There's like a cat or a dog will be in the room, and like you can
Or a
hang
stew.
out. Or a
me.
stew.
In the corner. Hey,
Yeah,
how you
just something
doing?
there.
But before we're gonna watch episode 5 as well. But before we're doing that, we all know how Vincent and Giles got involved. That's basically because Stu and I have horrible taste when it comes to casting. But Stu, can you sum up very shortly how you got involved with NEXO Knights in the first place?
So somebody recommended me, and we had a meeting. I don't think I had a meeting with you first, Tommy. We didn't meet till after, and we did a bunch of I think we pitched for the studio for M2 to do the show, and I was in charge of the pitching, and we did a bunch of stuff. We made an animatic of the little test script that was sent out, and I filmed myself doing sound effects, voices, music, and we had this host of me doing all these different like noises and sounds as the animatic was playing, and I gave this little heartfelt speech about how Lego kind of changed my life when I was a kid, because my grandma had this giant box of Lego when I was a kid, and that's what I kind of played with. We created our own stuff because back then we didn't have Star Wars or anything like that. And at the end of that little heartfelt speech, I turned into a cartoon Lego minifig, took off and made a hole in the seal. And Tommy went, yeah, that's the guy. And that's how that all started.
It was very passionate.
Cue the clip.
Well, I actually have it. So with your permission, Stu,
yeah.
Well, we're not gonna watch it now, but I can put it in the video.
Yeah.
I have the little NEXO Knight animatic you did. I have the behind the scene of it where you're doing the sound effects in camera, and then I have your little passionate speech, which is I think is like three minutes long. I just watched it the other day. It's very nice and touching. So
I didn't swear at all, right?
no, you didn't. You were very polite and.
Wow.
Actually, as it turned out, very out of character.
As soon as I got the job. No, I don't have those anymore. They got lost in a kind of corrupt drive that went down. So Yeah, that would be great. I'd love to see
I
those.
save everything. I also
I know,
think
that's why I got fired.
Hi, I'm Stu Gamble, and hopefully I'm going to be your director on Knightronic. I just want to take a couple of minutes to introduce myself so you can get to know me. I love being a kid. I love getting to use my imagination every single day. I love watching movies and cartoons and playing computer games and collecting toys. I love the fact that I can still have fun doing for a living exactly the same thing I did when I was a kid. In a word, it's awesome. I think my passion and enthusiasm for what I do shows in my work, and it's amazing that I get the chance to create worlds and characters that fill those worlds and tell entertaining stories that inspire kids. I want to tell you a quick story. When I was a kid, we used to spend our weekends at my grandma's house. She was an intimidating woman who we were quite scared of. I think it's because, she was 60 and we were 10. She was huge, wide, tall, old, wrinkly, and had hair growing out of places people really shouldn't be having hair growing out of. Anyway, she used to bring out this gigantic box of Lego. It was like a box of dreams, full of these little plastic bricks that were the key to our imagination. Anything was possible with Lego. The only limit was our imagination. I was, and I still am, obsessed with everything from my childhood. When we used to watch movies, we'd go to my grandma's house and we used to build the things that we saw. We built Star Wars Lego even before there was Star Wars Lego. We'd build the speeder bikes from Return of the Jedi and race them around my grandma's garden. We built a very crude DeLorean and sent it back in time. And our minifigures used to ride around on these big, plastic, chunky skateboards. Lego was a key figure in my childhood, and I'm so buzzed and excited that we could be making a really funny, action-packed show. I'm going to get the chance to visit that big box of dreams all over again, but this time I'm going to create a world that's gigantic and full of real life and humor and action. I know everybody else on the team is just as excited as me. I think if I could go back and visit my 10-year-old self and tell him I was making a Lego show, the first thing he'd say in his Spider-Man t-shirt and Stormtrooper underpants is, "Wait a minute, there's a Lego show? Cool." Then I'm pretty sure he'd say, "I can't wait to be you." The thing is, I really can't wait to be him again. Anyway, that's me in a box. I hope that we get a chance to work together. I hope that we get a chance to create a world and a universe that will entertain and inspire kids. And I think that it will be an awesome, awesome journey. There's only one thing left for me to do now, and that's change.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Lion Patriot! Woo! This guy needs a breath mint.
Kind of makes me hungry.
For a fight?
No, for a strawberry pie.
Everything makes you hungry. Murloc, Knightronic me the power of the Glicious sword. Verily by verily, an excellent magical download. Okay, time to cool off lava breath. Knights, forward! Yeah!
we should watch episode 5, which is a nice episode. It's the first one where we meet with Varela. I think the theme is fear. It's the book of fear, which is, I guess, also we're starting to do a sort of a monster of the week kind of episode thing around here, where we get one of the new generals introduced every time until we have a full roster at, I think, episode 9 or something like that. So this one we'll be meeting Whipperella for the first time. So we're gonna be watching this, and obviously, as last time, we're gonna be talking and having fun while we're watching it. That's why we're here. And then afterwards, we're gonna watch the 40 movie, and Stu can let us in some of the behind the scenes of that. And obviously, you guys are in it and doing a good job here. Hey, Vincent, you're in the wrong place, and Stu, you're in the wrong place. It's like all messed up now. All right, we gotta.
over here.
I'm in the right place now.
Oh yeah. I'm doing this for the audience.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's
It's the only thing he's ever done for the audience. Put it that way. Everything else is for himself.
About time.
I mean, that's the philosophy. If you're not having fun making it, then that's gonna show. Then the kids are not gonna have fun watching it. Yeah. Anyways,
I always pander.
Still maniac.
we are gonna watch episode 5. So, gentlemen, if you have episode 5, bring it up on your computers.
I'm gonna do this.
I got it ready.
This time.
Don't screw it up this time, Vincent.
I got it ready.
I know.
Do we have to press play at the same time?
Yeah,
Oh
we're
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
It's really. Oh wait, Tommy's got a whole technical system for it.
Yeah.
Ready?
It's called a countdown, and it starts at 3.
2, 1.
Play.
Good old Herb.
While the king showed off his wonderful realm, Jesto grabbed the book of chaos and created...
Nice recap from last time. In case you didn't watch our last episode, you should have.
So, Tommy, did you come up with the recap idea, or was it Mark?
I think I did, and I think I wrote a lot of them. I don't think the first ones, but definitely for season 2 and onwards, I wrote the recaps.
It's such an amazing, like, seamless transit. It's great.
Yeah, it's great.
Here's our song.
It really set the tone of the show, you know.
I would say the tone is pretty fully formed from the very first episode. Actually, and also from the pitch videos that we had.
It should be, because I did it.
After I had to revise the first animatic because they were superheroes.
Yes.
Was that the one you just put out on Twitter, Tommy?
Yeah, that's one of them.
That was awesome.
There goes the Fortrex. Which normally would be right here on my pile of toys.
So Stu, you
Yes.
directed this one.
Yes, and what I wanted to do with this, and what I did with a lot of the episodes, which is not normally done in animation, is we made action notes based off of the script. So I would do a pass on every script with some action notes, which expanded the action scenes out in more detail for the storyboard artists. So they get a true vision of how the action should play out. So all those beats of action that you see, they were written first of all before they were boarded and then expanded upon.
Yeah, I was having a look at some scripts just last week, and they're not long for 22 minutes, even though it feels like it has all the dialogue it needs. But I think that's probably because of it works as 22 minutes because of the expanded action scenes.
Yes, we kept characters like tight and formed, and then expanded on the action to try and get a kind of high quality action cinema value going on, which is why you see a lot of low cameras in there and some great grading and whatnot.
And so when you don't have that written into a script, is it just up to the storyboard artist to vision it?
Yeah. Usually, you work with the director and you'll punch up an action sequence. But I'm pretty much an action-orientated director, so I really, whenever I read a script, I felt the need to have all those action bits in. Don't worry, you get to do some super slow motion.
It's a trap!
Super slow motion just for you.
Did that hurt, Giles?
You spent so much on that budget just for that slow-mo.
Yeah.
Yes, it was the whole budget. That's why you didn't get paid for this episode, Vince.
Oh, I thought it was a charity thing we were doing.
Nah,
You
it
bastards.
was Giles' voiceover budget.
Yeah. Overblown. Jesto, what are you up to in this town? It's almost like they've met us before or something, and they think we're bad. What are you doing here, Jesto?
I didn't do anything.
That's true. It's just the book that's causing mayhem. You haven't even got here yet.
Book of Fear.
I'm but a mere pawn.
Fair enough. Innocent until proven guilty.
Look at the cast. There's so many people in this thing. No wonder this thing didn't run. So many people.
I think we're getting the wrong vibe here. We did a very successful show that was cut off too early by ignoramus people in suits.
Oh, I've been firing some
That-
shots.
That'll be it. That'll be cut out.
Yeah.
The book has been
We tried to get that full frame of that face in as many episodes as possible because it's such a great design, that book, and the animation on it was so good. What I really liked about this episode is the whole horror vibe that we were going for throughout it. You know, because a lot of them are light and fluffy, and this we went really dark with it. Later on, it went quite like super dark, but this was the first kind of like play in that realm. And you know, she's got whips.
Whipperella. I think I said her name wrong.
It's such a good name.
Whipperella, yeah.
Finally, they will know real fear.
2 whips. 1.
Oh, look at those anamorphic flares.
Yes, we were doing the J.J. Abrams as much as we could. I felt sorry for the effects guys actually because they're not real flares, so they had to actually match that with everything in post.
Funny. Tommy's got non-stop lens flare from Darth Vader there.
Yes.
Uh-oh. Has Clay been infused with fear? The venom of fear?
Yes.
What's his greatest fear then?
Disappointing people.
I love how we have to explain everything.
Exposition, baby.
Also, on this, it was like, we need something. It came back like, we need something to happen in the environment or on the character to show that they've been, you know, paralyzed by fear. And we came up with this kind of red, like, thing that just goes because red is the evil color. It's the color of fear, obviously. So yeah, we came up with that.
Nice.
I don't know whether it worked. Not pretty.
You mean that
this
the
whole
kind of like
forest, this whole forest is like a red light district.
That's what I'm saying. Yes.
Pretty scary.
Let's keep it PG here.
VT! VT!
What?
You're talking about Christmas lights. Red and green light
That's it,
district.
baby.
Right?
That's
Yeah.
Great idea. Wish I had thought of it.
Here we go. Yeah, split up. That always works out
Yeah,
well.
that's
We worked for a very long time on the 2D animation faces. It's not as easy as it looks.
These faces for the characters are
Yeah. The technical team like literally worked the whole way through production on trying to make it better. So that's what, as each episode went by, it got better and better. That you know you can progressively see if you watch the first and last episode. Yeah, no, it's great. It's great. They did a great job, but they just kept expanding it.
Right.
But they had so many problems making it work. There's that red glow.
Yeah. Oh no, the goblin spiders are eating the food.
Yep. Axel's greatest fear is no
No
food.
food. No food left.
What a big fraidy cat.
Yeah, what a big fraidy cat. That's
Oh,
a sick
he's-
burn,
Whoa.
Still got it.
bro. Burn.
Ow! Hey, bugs, don't bite me. I'm a rich man.
A rich man.
Hey, vile monster! I shall set these noble squirerazzi's free. Free to take my picture.
Squirerazzi's.
That is.
You guys.
Hammer.
Oh, that's
Shots. Hey, you chased off Burnsy, the biggest celebrity.
Yeah, Burnsy.
What? He's a monster. I just rescued you. And I'm a celebrity. Uh-oh. Loser alert.
Nobody wants to take photos or is interested in listening to Lance, and that's his greatest fear, being a nobody.
Oh, look at that.
That is.
You're a no one, Lance. You're a nobody.
The guy who did this storyboard, Alfredo Casano, he was the lead animator on Klaus. He animated Jesto.
No way.
Oh, that's
That movie
Yeah,
is amazing.
And
That movie's
Tommy
beautiful.
met him last month, wasn't it, Tommy?
in Budapest. Yeah.
Before. Yeah.
I was at premiere for Stu's new movie. You can plug that at the end.
Yeah, I wasn't going to at all, but thanks.
I was gonna cut it.
Why, you...
Stop that! We don't have the capabilities, Stu.
Stu's magic.
Do you guys remember all standing around in a circle doing all the bad guys' voices and screams?
Yeah.
We had like
Wall up
5
the
minutes of it.
globlins?
Yeah.
Non-stop globlin noises. I do remember this. Yes.
Very, very funny.
Big guys, small guys. I'm like, I think you have enough. But every episode, we'd have to do it.
Yeah, more and more. This time scream, this time laugh. Now get
We
hurt.
like looking at all of you make idiots of yourselves.
You never even recorded it after episode 5.
No.
Tommy has it on his computer. That's it.
Yeah.
This phone recording of us non-stop walla monsters.
Is a knight like me. I can't even.
So Giles, when you did this voice,
Yeah.
did you reach down in your soul to do it, or did it just come naturally?
That's a really interesting question, actually, because I, ever since I was a kid, I really strongly resonated with like nobility and like heroes and stuff like that, and I don't know. It was always it was the type of movies that I gravitated towards. So, which is why when I saw the audition, I felt like Clay had to have so much heart in everything he did. And so I would say in some ways I dug down deep, and in some ways it came naturally. But it's because ever since I was a kid, I'd been I really gravitated towards those types of heroes that like Superman, who's got a lot of strength but a lot of heart, you know, that kind of thing. Yeah.
Well, because when Tommy sent me all the voices, and we had to make our casting choices, I think yours was just the one for Clay from the get-go for me, which was awesome.
There wasn't much.
I auditioned for every character. I did every character.
Well,
Let's take a shotgun to this one.
You failed on everyone except one. You know,
Failed on all the others, but Clay was a home run.
This scene here, it took 2 animators 24 hours to get this. When I went over to India, I had that clip in this whole episode is my favorite. It was my favorite bit in the board and was my favorite part of the animation. And
when he was riding down the tail?
Yeah, when they flipped up and then came out, they just couldn't get the weight right. And so I was there giving them like direction on how to do the weight, and then just behind, stop there, pause there, drop there. And one guy was doing it for 12 hours, and then he left because they worked in 12-hour shifts. So one guy left, and then the other guy joined and carried on. And when I came back, they swapped again, and we were still doing it. So that one shot took so long. I'm sure those guys hate me.
Yeah.
But it was worth it.
That's a great shot.
That was
Yeah,
one
for
of
my
the...
voice, Stu, thank you so much for asking. How
No, because
I'll don't worry about it. I'll mute him. I'll mute Vincent.
I love how Aaron has their kryptonite because he has no fear. We
Yeah.
should have put him in a no fear T-shirt. Do you remember those?
Yeah.
Remember when those back in the '90s? No fear.
Yeah. These freeze frames was just a way to save on animation. It wasn't anything stylistic. It was just to save on animation.
It wasn't a Guy Ritchie influence.
Well, I wanted it to move more, but it just didn't happen. It was lost in
You could
translation.
have just moved the camera slightly over the frame.
Well, it was a still image with slightly fake
But you know,
stuff.
you can fill in the edge, right?
No excuses,
Yeah.
Stu. That was sloppy.
It was, yeah. I was told no.
Now, one of our controversial things here, where Aaron likes to be naked.
What?
Oh,
Aaron?
I wanted to go full on with this. When he shakes, I wanted to put that sound in in everything, but I was told no.
Dude, there's gonna be children watching. No, I don't know how old they're. Anyone who watched NEXO Knights.
It's coming up in a little while.
Plaque is whack, yo.
Also, yes. Also, the way Aaron like uses his dialogue is so great.
Yeah.
So great.
This is true.
They you remember all the internal discussions over Aaron being naked, Tommy?
Yeah, I remember ignoring them because I thought it was hilarious. We're doing this.
Yes. And those discussions on what his abs should look like.
Yeah, I was just about to say, you guys put the lines in. Not just the ad lines, you gave the extra lines. Whoa!
So cool.
Nice.
I love this show.
Yeah, man.
So fun. It's a fun show. Bring it back. Huh. That was... What was the power?
He's just giving up, look. Clay's just giving up. He's like, You're not even trying, Giles. You're not even
There
trying.
we go.
Not even... I was...
He shot her.
Beaten down. And feeling miserable.
Booyah! Aaron? What are you doing here?
The line coming up was really funny.
Yeah, some whip lady took me. I think she was trying to scare me. Well,
Some whip lady took him.
honestly, your lack of modesty is scaring me a bit. Oh.
Yeah. He gets stressed so
Put
fast.
some damn clothes on.
She snaps you
Put
with
them
her
on,
sorry,
arm,
man.
and your worst fears come to life. What? But I have no fear. Woohoo! So it's kind of fun for me.
We must find the others.
I do like that like Clay tends to speak in uncontracted English. It's like so proper. We shall. We are now going.
Was that a direction thing, or just something you thought you'd do? Because I don't remember asking you to do it like that.
Oh, I just thought that he was written uncontracted. I don't know. I made him proper. Who knows?
All you.
It's all me. Well, that's like, and this is way down the line, but there's that one episode that we'll look at later where like they try to send me on a holiday. We'll talk about it, but it's like because I'm such a stuffed
Oh,
shirt.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh! Never heard of you.
Never heard of it.
Yeah.
The music was great as well.
Yeah, music's really fun.
Well, it had that kind of like it was like retro techno, but then also like kind of like there was a lot of cool stuff going on.
All
Yeah.
crumbled before the terror of their own worst nightmares. Except the archer. My magic didn't work. He was afraid of nothing.
Are you kidding me? I thought you said she could scare anyone.
Yeah, so Stu, the voice that you heard right there was really, it came from
Gave him an out-of-clothes
pretty deep inside.
Yeah? I could tell.
You answered that in another episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll talk about it.
I'll answer every
You
time.
really dug into your cowardice.
Things like no wimp latte and
You did it really
Poor
well.
Whipperella.
I'll save all the questions for the 4D movie because you've got some banging lines in it.
I got some bangers, do I?
Whatever you do, your Guy Ritchie voice, it never works.
Bangers and mash.
Stop that! Stop that! There will be none of that while I'm here. No hugging until we stop those knights.
That was the Monty Python reference in this episode. There'll be none of that while I'm here.
Comedy routine.
That's a
Now's
deep
your
cut.
chance, Whipperella. Hit him with everything you've got.
yes. I don't believe anyone fears nothing.
Whoa, double snaps. Things might get a little...
That's a cool shot.
Well, that was never how I wanted it. That transition was never how I wanted it.
I liked that.
It
though.
works.
It worked, but it wasn't ever how I saw it in my head. So, you know.
Wow. Now we know, and now we can never unsee it that way. I liked it.
I hate it.
That's so cool. Thanks, Vince.
Yeah.
There's a bit coming up with you, Vince, which is amazing.
All the plates.
It's when you go in your fetal position here. It's so fun. Look. Do your best Woody Allen impression.
Yeah, and now my worst fear. We've lost again.
It's so cool.
Grab him! and let's scram.
They just look cool. Like, all of the monsters look so cool.
Yeah. Now they're back to normal. Yay!
Would we get away with a character spitting now and saying, "What's your problem?"
Yeah, I think you could do that.
Yeah.
I think that's still fine.
Chased after them and wham! The Knight's code says we're supposed to defend the downtrodden. He seemed pretty down and trodden.
Boom, boom, tish.
Yeah.
Didn't I?
Clay is just unintentionally
So
funny.
hard on yourself, Clay. We all
In a dad joke way.
monsters tricks.
Yeah, Mason.
Yes.
But I don't know. I still wish that I was like Aaron, afraid of nothing.
Constantly naked.
Murloc's got an idea. Uh-oh. Like that she's just as binary on her screen. She's just reading code.
Sorry, some kind of power surge. Murloc 2.0's offline.
Is he okay?
He's fine, but we'll have to shut down everything in the castle.
Even my shield?
Yup, the system's very fragile, so stay completely silent and still during the reboot. Do nothing.
What? No. What? Look, how am I supposed to stay still? How long is this gonna take?
According to this message from Murloc, about 10 minutes.
I had to do nothing for a whole 10 minutes? Not moving.
Vertigo effect.
I referenced Jaws and Vertigo, and it took them forever to get it. It's like just
do it. It is nice to see that we celebrate. We celebrated neurodiversity in Aaron. He has ADHD just like I do. It's very clear in that moment. You can't sit. You're forced to sit still. We're in big trouble.
Hard to do.
Really?
No one is completely fit.
That's how we balance each other out, Giles. I hardly want to do anything. So, like, perfect.
That's a perfect blend.
And I
binary.
love how
This is reading binary. I love
this
it.
whole episode is a play on word joke. He's afraid of nothing.
Yep.
Hey!
He's afraid of nothing.
He is afraid of. Oh, that sounds like a monkey paw moment.
Dude. I can make it rain.
We all are sometimes.
Make it rain.
Oh, Stu's unhappy. Yay, we did it!
Yay!
There's Stu, episode director.
Stu, there's your name. There's your name. I saw it.
Well, is there any more Stus?
Yes, there was a concept development.
There was 3 Stus, the 3 Tommies. So that's a triple header. Okay.
Wow.
Talking of triple heads, there's a triple-headed dragon in the 4D movie.
Hey!
How'd you like
Don't
that
give it
segue?
away. Don't give it away.
They've never seen it. They haven't even seen it. Don't give
I've
it
never
away.
seen it.
Giles has, because I sent it in. Because, obviously, Vince, because of the question I asked Giles. He's my favorite. I mean, it's very
I
obvious.
know. That's very obvious. The shirt
Even
you have
though-
with his face on it, I know.
Even though I've used you more in other films and cartoons.
Don't say that. Don't tell him that.
That's okay. I understand.
I can't talk about those.
Vince is the
Because-
monetary favorite. I'm just the favorite child.
I'm the diversity favorite. I'm a requirement.
Oh, VK! Don't throw
yeah.
yourself under the bus. You got skills.
They just tell me to go here and I do it.
Yeah.
You also,
I
you
gotta
also
watch
can
this
do
4D movie,
you
huh?
can do that. You can do that time cop Jean-Claude Van Damme thing, can't you? I've seen that.
Split?
I've
That's
seen
how
you do. Yeah,
That's how I sleep. That's how I sleep.
I can understand that.
All right, so while we were doing actually some of these first episodes, we were already developing the 4D movie as well, because that needs to get into theaters early, I guess in March in Legoland or something like that. The episodes came out, the first 2 episodes of NEXO Knights came out very late December, and then the series started in early 2016. And when Legoland opened, I think in March, we had the 40 movie ready to go there. So
Yes.
it's a little weird actually working on something that is like farther down the line in terms of your thought process. While we're still working on the series. Obviously, we have all the scripts ready, but you know, there's development going on a piece of content that people are gonna see a little later than they're actually gonna watch those episodes you're still producing. It's weird.
I mean, I feel like that's what happens with everything. Like the toys sort of came out sometimes before the episodes actually launched.
Yes, in terms of NEXO Knights, the 2 first episodes came out before the toys launched, and then the toys came, and then the episodes came a little later. At least that's how I sort of remember it. I could be wrong.
I remember lining up outside the on January 1st, lining up outside the Lego store for to buy my Fortrex and all the other bits. So I'd have all the characters individually.
Dude, I was in New York at Rockefeller Center where they have the Lego store there, and it was like the big window display, all NEXO Knights. It was the coolest thing.
It was so cool.
I was so excited.
Yeah, man.
People dug it. People were buying it.
They still like it. Let's bring it back.
How many times have you said that, Giles, in all the videos? Just wondering.
Right?
Maybe 5.
Because Giles needs the work, whereas Vince has not said it once. So clearly, Vince.
That's true. Vince,
let's bring it back.
There you go.
I have, and we have a great concept with a new villain. It's gonna be awesome.
Sorry, I just dropped a lot of money. One second. I just fell out when I was leaning in.
Yeah. No, and we also went to Comic-Con in New York.
I was in New York.
Yeah,
New York. Yeah.
I guess that was in October or something like that. So that was also before the show came out. I have some great photos from there. But 4D movie, so that's a different kind of production. Obviously, it's with 2 cameras or 2 digital cameras, and then there's also thinking in. I mean, this is Mark Hoffmeyer's writing, but we're trying to think in how do we use the environmental effects in the theater, like when is stuff coming at you, water, wind, fire, snow, how to do stuff like that. And then
so we tackled all that in the storyboard, and wanted to use as many of the effects as much as possible. Not only that, wanted to do some really cool 3D work with following stuff and continuous shots and swoops and stuff that we couldn't do. We could only do a little bit in the series, but with this, it needed it to work. So actually moving on to the 4D film was, and I'd always wanted to make a 3D stereoscopic movie. So actually getting to do this was really awesome. And I went a little crazy, and I went a little bit Colonel Cuts in Apocalypse Now, over in India, in a monsoon. Missed my flight there, then missed my flight back because I was on the floor for literally that last week, because it was the last week of production, and the whole team was working around the clock because certain stuff we hadn't got, certain stuff that I'd put in that had been approved and that had to happen, like that whole kind of wave of globulins, that wave that you're going to see that appears. There's like each one is an individual like piece. It's not a lot of what these effects do. They use particle systems and cheat, but this wasn't cheated at all. It's like the Lego bricks that formed the big monster. That wasn't. They were all individual bricks. They were. I think we broke their render farm when we were trying to render it out, which was really cool. But it looked really, really cool.
Yeah.
So we got to do a lot more bigger production value. And as we were going through the models and everything else, we actually found that all of these extra stuff had been developed on the models already for the render look. That's why you'll notice that the render is slightly, it's a lot higher quality. It has a different kind of finish to it because it's going on a big cinema screen, so you want it to be as cool as possible. So we found all these things actually on the models, so we didn't even have to kind of develop those. We just turned them on and they were there, and we were like, look at that, it looks amazing. It was banging.
Yeah, and also when you're doing these 4D movies, you want long shots and you want a lot of camera movement. You don't want to cut more than you have to. And I remember you made this sort of a a reel where you cut together like 2 or 3 minutes of Marvel movies where like this is the shot I want for the robot coming down and stuff like that.
I found every single shot in the movie, and then I cut it together to a couple of pieces of like action music, and if you I actually have that movie. If you want that one, Tommy, I can send it to you. You probably got it already, but you can actually see some of the shots are the same, and the whole end fight is basically what was the Del Toro kaiju movie?
Pacific Rim.
Yeah. So it's shot for shot Pacific Rim. I just cut that fight together. We've got to do this. This is what we've got to do.
Movie magic.
So, So I have just proved that animation directors like myself do nothing. We just steal from everybody.
Yep.
So I'm a hack. Wow. Leaving now.
Good to know. And I just copy Vincent's old roles for my voices. That's all I do.
Yeah. Well, no, I noticed.
That's why he hires you more, Vince.
Well, I mean, if you look at NEXO Knights and Ninjago, you got 5 characters in different colored suits. They kind of have an old person mentor, and they're traveling around in a moving base, and they have powers.
But Tommy, that's all of your
powers.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Rangers, aren't they? They're kind of like rangers in a way.
They have powers, yeah.
And they're kind of like
they're
teenage,
not rangers, they're knights.
And they're ninjas.
Yeah,
they're not turtles, but.
All right.
They're kind of mutated.
Yep.
Yeah. Let's do this 4D.
Yeah. And look forward to this. Especially the first shot is even not in 3D is like sort of breathtaking. Are everyone ready to play this sucker?
I'm ready. I've got my 4D effects here.
You got
my 3D glasses on.
I got 4D on.
No, you brought your only fan into the studio.
Can you count us down, Tommy?
You have the only fan of yourself in the studio.
I have my only fan.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
Whoa, this is crazy.
It's not playing for me. Oh, there it is. There. It's a lot of dark space.
That was Vin's acting, see?
Oh, yeah.
Brilliant.
Oh, yeah. There we go.
So, I was told no, we couldn't have this shot, and I said, we're doing this shot and we're making it epic. And I worked with the studio, and they knocked it out of the park.
Oh, holy moly.
Because you got to imagine that all of that has to be built. That whole scene has to be built. It's all geometry. So that is crazy rendering.
Yeah, you broke the render farm.
See, lots of things can be close to the camera.
Whoa, love it.
Jumping out.
Woo! That makes sense. Blasting by.
Look at that. Making it pause and hold as much as possible. Lots of travel shots.
I mean, you know what they call the people who come in second? The first losers.
Any idea where those monsters are?
Boom.
There's actually smoke missing from this shot.
Thanks for the heads up.
It was missed out in the render.
No.
Love this shot. Look at that. You see, the whole idea with 3D is close and further from the camera and distance and depth. And the more of that you have, the better it looks. I remember when we first watched the 3D test, it was just awesome. Always wanted to do with that shot in one of my movies, that kind of like helicopter sweeping shot. I got to do so many shots that I'd always wanted to do in 3D, in CGI, with a traveling camera.
Whoa, that's a cool shot.
This one's cool.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Listen, that's me. That's me.
Are we going to go into the mouth? Are we going into the mouth?
That's awesome.
Is this the wave you're talking about?
Yeah, here's what broke.
Oh, man.
Because it went slow. Look at that, look. You can see them all popping.
Whoa.
That's cool.
Lots of traveling shots and freezing and just what you can do. You'll notice that We had to put the Squire bots in as many places as possible because they weren't really used in this episode. But we wanted to get a presence of them in there, so that's why we did all those kind of things. Love that shot.
Yeah, cool in 3D.
Incoming monster.
And here's where we did the whole. I want to do a Boogie Nights type travel, a Scorsese travel shot that just goes from character to character and follows things through.
Oh,
This is
yeah.
it here. So you follow that, and then you get to the next character, and then he eats this and throws the bone up. We follow the bone. Smack.
So good.
Look out! Huh? Bye. Oh, you can have that one for free.
This is a great shot.
For honor!
Nice.
It's just completely fluid action, and every single one of those characters below is geometry. So, you know, I really didn't listen to them when they said calm down. In fact, whenever they said calm down, I added more.
And that's from an actual Lego building
Yes.
instruction, I think.
No,
Yes, it is. That's from the
actual-
castle. That's,
Wicked.
you can see that the texture on Jesto is very velvety.
Yeah. Yeah, everything's more
and-
crisp.
Yeah, and you can see like all the scratches and everything on the armor. Those are what we added.
My hero.
Look like this rolling tower around the edge there is great.
The sound of his hoverboard is hover shield is so cool too. Dude, I wish I could see this.
I missed it. I was gonna go down and then they moved it.
Oh, like it's gone from every single Legoland now?
Yeah, they got other movies there now.
Aw.
They gotta use their assets. Why would they be playing NEXO?
They got an awesome Dreams one.
Is there
playing
a
right
Dreams
now.
one?
Yeah, it's written by the best person in the industry.
Nice.
It's you, isn't it?
Hmm.
It's you? Yeah. Okay.
Why would you say that, Stu? But hey, you said it.
I'll toot your horn for you,
Also-
Tommy.
We upped
Oh,
the
look
art
at the
direction
textures on the book.
this. Yeah.
Look
we
at
upped,
that.
We upped the art direction.
The
The blues
book.
and the greens and everything. Yeah.
Barfing out the Lego
Here's the
bricks.
here's where we broke the machines with the 90,000 bricks or whatever it was.
You alright?
You see the texture, the velvet texture on him there. Look.
Yeah. On the Jester cap.
That's a lot of bricks. That's a lot of bricks, bro.
We broke the render. Ah, there we go. Kaiju.
We really didn't know how we were going to do this when we were
There
making
you
it.
go.
We had no idea. The guys were working on it for months. Just no idea. They did it though.
Yeah.
That's great.
And they took the design that we did for the monster and they reproduced it pretty well in Lego bricks. Oh,
Nice.
I said I want to destroy a tower.
Hey, and why don't we make it
And then
rain too?
Yeah, and then when they showed me that, I was like,
Favorite meal is canned food. Suggestions?
yeah, we got the dark skies coming.
I also like the kind of disjointed shoulders and stuff. It feels like the monster from Cloverfield also.
Yeah, that was one of the references.
Yeah. Yeah, that Cloverfield one. Oh,
Ah,
a triple
tree
header.
heads.
There it is.
Whoa.
See, 3D look, 3G.
Whoa!
Yeah.
It's coming at you.
Also, what you have to remember is when you have a
When will you learn?
swooping camera, you actually have to have everything built, because a lot of TV shows you don't have everything built. You have a set, and so you can never really travel.
NEXO Knights.
Yeah, we got
So
rain.
good.
We got fire.
So obviously, yeah, whenever any of this was happening, You got fire in the theater. You got rain. You got smoke. Yeah, you got wind.
And I think for the NEXO sequence that's coming up, I think we had snow coming down, and then it was lit orange, so it's almost like pixels falling down.
Yeah.
No way. That's good looking rain.
Yeah, it even.
And then you even got the wet textures. Holy moly!
Yeah, no, it was.
There's like puddling on the ground, different levels
you get
of reflection.
Yeah, you get a little.
Dude, no wonder you broke the machines.
Well, the team
4.0. 4.0.
Holy.
We stole that from the Lego movie.
Looks like something from 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it was a mixture of three things. That's cool. And the music builds, and here's the music kicks into, just starts to kick into some really cool retro beats.
Nice.
Now Murloc 4.0. Try calling down a new power.
I'd never be allowed to do that now.
Yeah, there was actually an NEXO power here, I think.
Yes.
No, there wasn't. There was one outside the theater
scan.
that you could scan.
Oh, I see. Oh, that's so cool. Badass.
We need to use all our
This
weapons
is
and
so good.
imagination together. We can create
Still looks so good.
Sometimes all
10 years old.
is an idea. We'll build
Really?
a knight that's valiant, brave, strong,
Look at that.
daring, and stylish.
Oh,
the music
man.
here.
I mean, Lance.
Stylish.
Tom Bailey did such a great job with the music.
There. Super Knight. Oh, here we go.
The big guy does.
Work as a team, and you will control the golden.
Oh yes, water in your face in that moment.
Whoa. Oh, this is so cool.
Together, NEXO Knights, work as a team.
Yes.
It's time for a NEXO
Down.
Oh, smack. Bang.
Get up, you pile of bricks! Quit dragging your tail and fight!
Comedy moment.
The saxophone solo, this was awesome.
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
That's funny.
That's the first time the town got trashed, aside from the tower.
Yeah.
That's coming out of Lance's paycheck.
Well, he can afford it.
Yeah.
Focus, Knights.
And here's the shot, right?
Yeah, here's the big shot.
Stomp him.
Finish him.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Epic. He's so high up there. Holy smokes. Let's follow him. Boom.
I still get goosebumps.
Yeah, it works.
And all the bricks fly past the eye.
Oh, they blasted a monster to bits. Now what?
Nice. The tongue.
Creative idea. Retreat!
So much for being creative.
I did my part, young boy. You tried nothing. Me? Oh, you were the one coming up with
That poor
See, it's
guy.
great.
That poor guy's
you-
house at the very end. He's like almost escapes damage, and then Jesto Mobile just rips off the front of his house in the last swerve.
excellent work.
We put
That's what
one
I
of the
think about with these
greatest
things.
lines.
I think about imagine being an insurance company in a world where you've got superheroes or stuff
There's
like
a
this,
line.
you know?
There's a line right here that Jesto says. Here. You can't really hear it. He says, shut your face,
boat.
And that was
Shut
a
your
joke.
face, book.
That was a joke from a little sketch that Tommy, one of the first sketches
Facebook.
that I saw. Yeah. And he said, "Shut your Facebook," and it made me laugh so much. Though we got to put that in this thing right at the end.
NEXO Knights team. I
Noise.
You to head out across Legoland.
That's right. All across Legoland, there were little clues, weren't there, that were placed?
Oh.
Oh man, I missed the
You had to
boat.
scan
Legoland
them.
invited me to go down on freaking Twitter back then, VT, and I couldn't pull it together to go. That was fantastic.
Congrats.
Yes, well done, everyone who
Bravo.
worked on that.
Good job.
Bravo.
Us. No,
That
no, yes,
looked
those.
beautiful. Sounded beautiful.
Giles takes credit for things they get.
That's great. Vince, were you trolling us there for a sec, or do you just
What's
naturally freeze in like a pondering like body postures?
No,
you were
I
just
was
like this for like a good 10
Was
seconds,
I?
and I thought we lost you again. Yes.
Sorry. No, I'm here. I'm here.
I wanted to ask you, Vince. I wanted to ask you, in this, which as Tommy was saying, was done like in tandem. Your character
Right.
in this is a lot more mean, is a lot more confident.
Yeah.
Right.
Was you told to do that, or did the script just kind of like speak out? Because I don't remember saying.
The thing is, when I look at a script, when I do it, I forget, right? I forget like the second afterwards, so I have no clue what I did.
Okay, great. I gave you the chance to dig deep, and you didn't.
I know you lobbed it up, and I knocked it. I bunted it. I just
no.
No sports metaphors, please.
Oh, sorry there. That's a cricket term.
Yeah.
Why would you?
Technically, I think it's from rugby, Vince. Let's be honest.
Tennis.
Technically.
Ice hockey. It's actually from ice hockey.
No, you know what
Ireland
though?
hockey.
Listening back on it, I feel like I'm just like yelling everything. I'm like,
Yeah.
I wish I could go back and redo all of the lines. It's like,
Hey, it's
4D,
4D, VT. It had to be as big as
guess
possible.
so.
You did it perfect.
No, but it's
Every time you
not just
talked, they
in
just
4D.
blew air in everyone's face. It was like, "Pah." That's
Which is Vin anyway, isn't it? I mean, hot air.
yeah, Vincent.
No, I tell you what though, because the action was so in your face and amped up, we did do like more kind of subdued, quieter versions of the lines. Remember, we did a bunch of them, but they didn't work when that action was flying. When that action's
There you
flying,
go.
to keep that pace up, you need all of those kind of like that high octane energy
it.
in the
They
delivery
chose
as well.
it, Vince. It wasn't your fault.
That's why I did it.
Yeah.
I could have.
Stu.
If you were any good at your job, you would have figured that out.
I just get told to stand here, and I stand there. I go, hi, I'm a jester? Question mark.
Are you scratching your glass? Wait there, you. I thought they were real.
Now
Yes,
Giles
they
is
are.
playing us. Giles, are you frozen? Idiots!
Well, you're gonna have to record all that again then.
I couldn't. The moment you noticed, I laughed. I broke. I was gonna see how long I could hold it.
That was brilliant. I did not realize they were fake glasses, Vin.
I know, buddy.
There's no lenses?
But
I got a
He
pair of those.
he put his
I got a pair of those, Vince. Those are audition glasses, right?
That's
Yeah.
it, baby.
That way you don't see the reflection of the camera in the lens, but you can still appear to be a very smart individual for whatever
Yeah,
role. Where they're
and they can
we want
still
them to
hear
be
how
a little
loud I can
cat
act.
for a brainiac. Glasses.
I can still act very loud wearing them or when I don't wear them.
Oh my
So
gosh!
I'm perfect
Wait,
for every
Vince.
4D movie I make.
Vince, you disappeared. Superman was on screen for a second, but when the glasses are on, now Vince is back. What happened?
That's funny.
It's an optical illusion. Superman appeared for a moment.
Amazing.
So if this show ever came back, which we know it won't, but if it ever did, what would where would it go?
Well, we have outlines for 10 episodes out of the 20 that would be the season 5 and season 6, which would, in my mind, have been the conclusion of the series. There was a good 3-year plan for it. So I think let's see how many of these we'll do. If we get far enough into it, we could do some readings of those outlines, and I could show some artwork and.
Let's just convince Lego to get us to wrap it up in one movie. We could just do 20 episodes worth in one movie.
That's how it's done these days. Like,
it is. Get enough fan outrage, and then they'll do an hour and a half movie.
That's what they did with Deadwood. You remember that? I ended after the third season, and then they did 10 years later. They did a movie.
They're doing it.
They did that with
well.
Firefly also.
And Community. They're making a Community movie, aren't they?
Really?
Yeah.
It's because everyone's finding these shows again on streaming networks. Because the streaming networks, the most popular shows on the streaming networks are ones that were made like pre-streaming networks that had actual like writers' rooms. Anyways, we don't have to go down that path.
He almost started a rant.
We don't want to rant.
Speaking of writers,
I'm not gonna do a Matt Damon education moment. He does that better than me. Yeah. Oh, balloons!
Oh, balloons!
Okay.
Well, speaking of writers,
I have any special effects here. One sec. I go.
It's good. Stu, do that one. Do that one, Stu.
Speaking of writers' rooms, one of the writers that worked on the show, Ernie Oldbacker, I don't think he wrote this episode. You just did a movie with him, Stu.
Yes.
Yeah.
The movie's called. You might have to bleep this out. The movie's called Dicks, and it's
Private Investigators.
It's about two private investigators, who are also idiots, and they dream of a better caseload, something more exciting, and they get embroiled in a murder, and have to like it's the classic 80s buddy cop kind of vibe going on, and we shot it for an extremely low amount of money and made it look great. Actually, you've seen some of the stuff of it. You guys, I sent Giles some of the stuff out.
And you sent me trailers and stuff. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, we went to Comic-Con last year and we had a panel. I don't know how we got that panel.
That's where I saw you.
Yeah, it was Ernie. It was Ernie who got that panel. Ernie co-wrote the thing with me, and he's a brilliant writer. He's fantastic. So he's got lots of scripts that Hollywood should buy off of him. And,
they're buying again. They're buying again, Stu.
Yeah, well, we're working on another one. We worked on a horror movie together called Earwig, which is like a body horror movie, and that is pretty cool. It's set in a cabin in the
whenever
woods.
I heard that name as a kid, I just assumed that they would burrow into your ear if you didn't kill them.
Yeah, this is what it does. Yeah, any orifice in your head.
And they wear wigs.
There's a couple.
Well, that's why the hero of it wears the ear pods, the tapes the mouth, and a fireman's mask. In the forest fire mask,
Smart
and goes all predator on this bug. So yeah, it's so the movie we just finished it. Tommy was over in Budapest at the end of October.
That horror movie?
No.
Dicks.
It's the cop movie, Dicks.
Gotcha.
And we're looking for a distributor now. We've got a few people interested. We're also looking at the self-distribution route.
Go hit up Tubi.
The aim is to sell it because it's self-financed. To sell it and make enough money to make the next film.
Tubi. I'm not even kidding you. Tubi.
Yeah, they're buying stuff at the moment. Yeah, they are.
They are, and I can't do it.
So I'm going to send you. Sorry, sorry, Vin.
You made it, Joe.
Sequel called More Dicks.
No. I want to make 3 more movies, and base them off Sergio Leone's spaghetti western movies. Fistful of dollars, fistful of dicks, a few dollars more, a few dicks more. The good, the bad, and the ugly.
This is the Gamble cinematic universe. The Gamble cinematic universe, ladies and gents.
The good, the bad, and the ugly would be the dumb, the dick, and the psycho.
I like it.
I think that's a solid plan to base it all on puns. That always works.
Everything can be fun-based.
Yes. I claim the psycho.
Okay, well, Tommy was going into the movie. We had a chat before he went in. He hadn't seen it, And he said, you know, these kind of setups in movies, I hate these setups. I hate movies with these setups. It's just lazy. I hate them. I'm like, see you after the movie then. It came out, you know what I mean? It came out, you're like, you know what? I didn't hate that. I didn't hate it.
Yeah,
and that
see,
was the greatest compliment that I've ever had in my life from Tommy. Because he usually just says that.
I think I also said, they just don't make movies like that anymore.
Yeah, you did, yeah.
And then I added, and rightfully so.
That's right, yes.
It is very raunchy, and it's very inappropriate, and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So look out for that one. We can probably link to a trailer.
That would be nice.
It is the 23rd. We need to get some sleep so we can wrap some presents and stuff like that tomorrow. So how does in Denmark we get our presents on the eve of the 24th, whereas you guys.
So that's the
how do you
23rd.
No, my wife's family's German, so they do the same thing. They do the Christmas.
Okay.
So
like you do a Christmas,
and then
Eve.
I do Christmas morning, so we just kind of split it up.
Okay.
I have done in the past. We do here. The 24th is the Hungarian way, because the kids are half Hungarian, half English, and then there's the morning of the 25th. But that was when there was so many presents that you could spread them over. But as they get older and they get more expensive, they get one present. So now we do it on Noël, as they call it in France.
You can do the stocking the night before. It's got like 3 chocolates and a mandarin orange, you know.
I'll just
I might
look
get
forward
lynched.
to my lump of coal so I can get some heat by burning it.
I mean, so you mean
You
Vader
crush that.
isn't
You
a
crush
war-
that.
Vader doesn't have a heater in it also? That looks like it could be a good warming device.
Talking of inappropriate, that lightsaber is very inappropriately placed.
Stu, come now.
Terrible. Look at this guy. Look at him. You don't want to see the end of it. You don't want to see the tip. Tommy. I need you to go get over here.
We can't air any of this.
No.
Tommy's gonna lose his rating. No, I think Tommy's already rated for children anyway. Anyways,
let's do the clap.
Okay.
Thank you very much for watching NEXO
Thanks,
Knights.
Stu.
We'll be back with
Thanks,
episode
everybody.
6 and beyond. 3, 2, 1.